Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our community flow on October 8th. This class is going to focus on shoulder stability, a little bit of strength, but it will be kind of a gentler class. So have two myofascial balls. We're actually going to start off with a little bit of myofascial release and any props that you might like. We'll do a few lunges. So if you'd like to have blocks, go ahead and have those handy, but really you don't need a whole lot today. So let's go ahead and start on our backs. We're going to work on the traps. So the trapezius muscles right here, if you come to kind of the apex of the shoulder and you can feel, kind of take a little lobster claw hand and just kind of squeeze, you can feel that muscle. So that can really affect the movement of the shoulder blades. And then also we're going to get the rhomboids. So the rhomboids are in between the shoulder blades. So we'll get a little bit of the erectors, which are some ropey muscles that run down either side of the spine and help to hold us upright. Again, all of these muscles having connections with the shoulder. So let's go ahead and start. I'm just going to set the balls down. When you lay down, again, you're going to want the balls to be right here at the top of the shoulders. So think halfway in between the corner where the neck meets the shoulder and right here, the front of the shoulder. So I'm going to lay back, make sure you have all your hair tucked away. If you do want to block, you can place one underneath your sacrum. Actually, I should have grabbed mine. I'll just grab it with my foot. So if you want, it's just going to create a little bit more intensity. So I'll place that block right underneath my sacrum. So it's not on my lower back. Just on the back of my pelvis. And then when I place those balls, and there's not one specific spot, so please don't overthink it. You can kind of move them around and find a little spot that maybe needs some attention, but isn't too strong or painful or anything like that. No major discomfort. When I place those balls, I should be able to put my hands right on the top of my shoulder and feel those balls peeking out. So they're high enough that they're coming out the top of the shoulder. And then I'm just going to bring my arms out to the side, palms facing up, take a few breaths in and out. Maybe close your eyes, just feeling those balls sinking into the tissue, picturing it like quicksand, sinking a little deeper with each breath in and each breath out. And you can stay here as still as you'd like, or you could start to add some movement. Maybe reach your arms up towards the ceiling, fingers pointing up, and then slowly bring them down overhead. And then inhale, bringing the arms back up towards the ceiling. Maybe your exhale brings them down, or you move with one breath. Whatever that rhythm looks like. It could take a full inhale and exhale to bring the arms all the way overhead. Or maybe you just move with one breath. Making this slow enough that you can feel the tension releasing. This isn't a quick movement. It's not fast. It shouldn't be painful. It should feel, if anything, like a really good release. And if you want to add some different movements, you could circle out the arms. You can sway them side to side. You can also start to shimmy your shoulders a little left to the right. And you might feel some kind of speed bumps just moving over those tissues. You can press your feet in the mat to shift your body back, bring the balls down, and then relax, shift and relax. And that's just going to move all those directions are going to move. Gosh, I'm losing my voice. Move the ball over the fibers of the muscle with the fibers. So moving in the same direction and then opposite too. Getting plenty of circulation into that area. All right. So moving on, because you really only need 30 to 60 seconds. We'll take the balls now. I'm going to place them right in between the shoulder blades, just about right in the middle. So you can place them on the mat, lay them down. They're on either side of my spine, again, right in the middle of the shoulder blades. If you like, you can take that block and you can make a little pillow under your head, especially if this feels like too much extension. And if you're doing this early in the morning, like right now when I'm filming it, you might your back may not be quite so mobile yet. Again, bring your arms out to the side. Let the ball sink in, kind of get an idea, observing what's there. If it feels a little free flowing, if there might be some restrictions, breathing in and breathing out. Now, if you like, just rolling up and down. So I'm using my feet. I've even got my hips lifted just enough that I can roll the balls down in between the shoulder blades and back up, rolling them down and back up. Couple of times. If you're not using a block, interlace your hands behind your head and just give yourself a little bit of support to roll up and down. A few more times. And then let those balls again return back in between the shoulder blades, bringing the arms out wide. Give yourself a loose hug. Just wrap your arms around, and it can be loose. If you want it a little bit tighter, you can reach around and then clasp onto your shoulder blades with your hands. Feel your chest really expand and press into your arms as you take a breath in. And then exhale, let it go. You can rock a little bit side to side, getting some more movement in that area. And then go ahead and unhug yourself. Take the opposite arm on top, either taking that loose hug or reaching back, grabbing onto the shoulder blades for a nice tight hug. Breathe in and out. And then rock a little side to side. So a very small amount of movement, not too big, not too small. All right. One more breath in and out. Then go ahead and lift up, take those balls, set them to the side. We are done with them. You can place your block out of the way, lay down on your back, cactus your arms, press your elbows into the mat, and then draw your shoulder blades together. So you'll feel your shoulder blades start to lift off the mat and then hug against the spine, feeling them activate. Then relax, feel the shoulder blades draw away from the spine apart. So just pressing your elbows down to retract the shoulder blades, which means hugging them together. And then exhale, feel a slight protraction as the shoulder blades roll away from the spine. So just a few more of those. This is more of an awareness exercise of activating. We tend to be so front body strong that, and this goes for the glutes versus the hip flexors, when we use the front body muscles like the chest so much, the back side of our body tends to become weaker because those muscles just start to turn off. So this is a nice way to bring some attention and awareness to kind of retrain the body to activate. All right, now that we've done retraction, we're going to do protraction. So interlace your hands behind your head, bring your elbows out to the side. So press your elbows down into the mat. You'll feel the shoulder blades retract, hugging together. And then without moving anything else, start to bring the elbows closer together, close to the face, and feel the shoulder blades pull away from each other, wrapping around the side ribs. Open up the elbows, press them down, feel the shoulder blades retract, and then start to close the elbows, bring them together, feel that protraction. So just move with your own breath, a few more, building that awareness. And then if you want, as you start to protract, bring the elbows close together, lift your head off of the mat. And then relax it back down, open the elbows. Let's do two more. You can lift or stay. Just see if you can sense your shoulder blades wrapping around the side ribs. Good. And relax. Go ahead and make your way to a tabletop so you can rock forward and back. Give your spine a little massage. And then rise up, come into tabletop. And we'll take some cat-cow. So bring your knees underneath your knees underneath your hips, wrists underneath your shoulders, press the mat away, hug your shoulders into the sockets. So you'll feel some engagement there. Low belly hugs in towards the spine to create a neutral spine, some support and stability. for the low back. And then as you inhale, let the belly sink, let your tailbone lift, let your gaze lift, let the shoulders roll back. As you exhale, press your mat away, round through your spine, tuck your chin towards your chest, feel the belly hollow out. And then inhale, returning, belly sinks, gaze lifts. Exhale, round the spine. Give me one more round. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, round. And then coming back to your neutral spine, we'll do some scapula push-ups. So I'm going to give you some options to progress. First step is tabletop. If this happens to be too much for you, sit on your heels and then just practice this retraction and protraction with the air. You can also do it up against a wall. In tabletop, we're going to let the chest sink. So feel the shoulder blades come together. My arms stay straight. And then I'm going to press the mat away. Shoulder blades start to pull apart, wrapping around the side ribs. So again, another awareness exercise, but also a good one to warm up the shoulder blades, the upper back. So just a few more. If this is good, you can keep it or walk your hands forward till you're in a more of a modified plank. Shoulder blades hug together and pull apart, hug together and pull apart. Keep that going. And then the next progression here is to come into a plank. So if you'd like, tuck your toes, hug them together, pull them apart. So your upper back should start to feel nice and warm now. Let's do one more. And drop the knees. Step your right foot forward, staying in this low lunge. Place your left hand on the mat. Start to reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Draw your right arm back. Feel a nice opening in your chest, especially that right corner. And then just circle it out. You can bend and cactus your elbow, just opening that shoulder and the chest, getting some circulation, some blood flow moving into the shoulder. I think it might be a little early for me to speak too. Couple more. And then go ahead and circle the right arm down. Step back into downward facing dog. Press the mat away. Feel a nice stretch in the back of the legs. You can shake your head, yes and no, encouraging your neck to relax. And then go ahead and bring your knees back down. Step your left foot forward. Right hand is grounded into the mat. Sweep the left arm up. Draw the left arm back. Keep pressing the right hand, driving it down into the mat, and then start to cactus, circling out that shoulder. Just nice, slow movements. Breathing in and breathing out. All right. Go ahead and circle that left hand back down to the mat. Tuck your toes. Find your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Then on your inhale, step your right foot to the top of the mat. Go ahead and rise up into your crescent. You can keep your knee down if you'd like. Bring your thumbs together and start to pull them apart. So if you notice, my thumbs are looped together. And what I'm doing is I'm activating the shoulders by pulling the thumbs apart. Take a breath in and out. Then go ahead and release your arms. Pivot onto your back foot, reverse your warrior. Just reaching that top arm alongside your ear. Breathe in and out. Good. And then we're going to pivot back to the top of the mat. So you could come back into your crescent, or you can keep your bottom or your back heel on the ground for more warrior one legs. You decide which gives you the most balance. Cactus your arms. And we're going to, again, retract, pulling the shoulder blades together. So I'm drawing my elbows back. And then I'm going to inhale, come forward. I'm going to wrap my left arm underneath the right and bring the palms together. You can also just bring your hands to opposite shoulders. So into my eagle arms. And as I do that, I'm just going to hinge forward. Okay, so that's on my inhale. On my exhale, I'm gonna cactus the arms back. A couple of times we'll do this. Inhale, come into eagle arms or just grab onto opposite shoulders. Exhale, cactus it back. Now this time I'm gonna give you a little bit of challenge. Find your eagle arms, launch off of the back foot, take your back leg and cross it over the front leg. So left foot crosses over the right. You can wrap your foot around that leg. You can bring your toes to the mat. You can even place a block underneath those left toes. Squeeze the thighs together, sit a little lower. Take a breath in and out. Then go ahead and release. Draw the arms back and forward fold. Take a breath in. On your next inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. And then step back to your downward facing dog. A deep breath in here. Exhale to let it go. Look towards the top of your mat. Step your left foot forward, right foot's back. Inhale, rise into your crescent. Again, find your thumbs, wrap them. Maybe you do the more awkward position this time. Bend your elbows, start to pull the thumbs apart. Feel those shoulder blades activate your upper back. Deep breath in and out. Good. Then release the thumbs, pivot onto the back heel, reverse your warrior. Reach that top arm alongside your ear, almost like you're trying to high five the space behind you. Take your breath in and out. Right hand stays nice and light on that back leg. And then as you inhale, come forward, again, pivoting towards the top of the mat, crescent legs or warrior one legs, you decide. And then inhale, rise the arms, cactus them. So we're moving into our eagle arms. Right arm is going to hook underneath the left. I'm coming to opposite shoulders or bringing the palms together. Hinge forward just a bit. And then exhale, open it up, cactus arms. Retracting the shoulder blades. Inhale, protracting, eagle arms. Exhale, retracting, cactus arms. This time we hold our eagle arms. You can stay here or launch off the back leg and find your eagle legs. Good. Maybe the right leg wraps around the left calf. Maybe the right toes land on the mat. Squeeze the thighs together. Maybe you sit down a little bit deeper. Take a breath in and out. Good. Then go ahead and release. Forward fold. Take a breath in and out. Inhale to your half lift. We'll go through that one more time. Exhale to fold. Plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Take a full breath here in your down dog. Exhale to let it go. Inhale, right leg steps to the top of the mat. Rise into your crescent. Good. Start to find your thumbs. Go ahead and bring the thumbs together. Pull them apart. Elbows are bent. Shoulder blades retracting. Take a breath in and out. Then go ahead and release. Open up to your warrior two. Bring that top arm alongside the ear. And then maybe this time you just relax it. You can even grab onto the side of your head and just hold your head in your top arm or your top hand. Soften a little bit into that front knee. Breath in. Stay for the breath out. And then start to release. Pivot towards the top of the mat. Crescent legs or warrior one. Inhale, rise the arms. Cactus the arms, draw the elbows back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Deep breath in and out. Inhale, find your eagle arms. We've already been here before. Hinge forward slightly. Exhale, cactus. Inhale to eagle. Exhale to cactus. This time, hold your eagle arms. Stay here or find eagle legs. Nice little balance. Squeeze the thighs together. Sink the hips. Feel the right sitting bone really activate. And then release. Forward fold. Full breath in and out. Inhale to your half lift. Exhale to fold. Plant your hands, step back into your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Inhale, step the left foot to the top of your mat. Rise into your crescent. Go ahead and find that awkward position with your thumbs. Bend the elbows. Activate the shoulders. Pull the thumbs apart. Stay here for one breath. And the exhale. Then pivot onto the back foot. Find your warrior two. Just let that top arm drape over your head. Maybe you hold on to the side of your head and just lean into it. Feel a nice stretch too, all the way down that left side. Take a breath in, soften into your front knee. Exhale, let it go. Let's stay here for one more full breath. Breathe in and out. Then inhale, start to turn to face the top of your mat. Find your crescent legs or warrior one. Cactus your arms, draw the elbows back. Inhale, hinge, eagle arms. Exhale, cactus. Inhale. Maybe you start to round a little bit more into your eagle arms. And then this time, find your eagle arms, keep them, and then decide if you're coming into eagle, the top of your mat. Take a breath in, squeeze the thighs together, activate that lower left glute, feel the sitting bone, fire up. One more breath and release. Forward fold. Inhale to your half lift. Exhale to fold. Go ahead and come to sit onto your mat. We're going to come into Ardha Matsundrasana. So I am not mirroring you. My left leg is down. My left heel is bent in towards my hip, and I'm going to take my right leg on top. My left arm is going to thread underneath the right knee. I'm just going to hold on to my right leg. My whole body is facing forward, and I'm going to turn my head only over to the right and then tuck my chin. We'll stay here for just about 5 breaths. So don't feel like you have to rush through it. Take your time. I'm feeling that little tug from the left side of the neck all the way down to the inner border of the left shoulder blade. This is a strappy muscle called the levator, one that can definitely play a role in shoulder mobility and movement stability. When we don't use our shoulders correctly, this muscle tends to kick in, which causes unnecessary tension in the neck. Take another breath in and out. Then go ahead and release that left arm. Hug your knee now into your chest. Keep your body facing forward. Only your head turns to the left, and just drop your ear to the left shoulder. So now feel a nice stretch on the side of the neck, getting into the scalene muscles. You could take your right hand and reach it away. You can make a fist. You could just rest it on the mat. And just breathe in, breathe out. Maybe you gently close your eyes. And let your ear fall a little closer to your shoulder. And then slowly release. You could take your left hand to the side of your head and press your head back up to center. We'll go ahead and switch the legs out. Left leg's on top this time, or opposite of where you were. Right arm threads underneath the left. I'm going to hug the left knee in towards my chest. Whole body's facing forward. Only my head turns to the left, and then my chin drops towards my chest. So again, getting into that levator, that muscle that starts on the side of the neck, but then comes to the inner border of the scapula. So that inner border closest to the spine of the shoulder blade. And just breathing in and out. This is a good one for tension headaches. Finding a release, teaching this muscle to stop working sometimes, to just relax. All right, take one more breath in and out. Then go ahead and take your right arm back, turn your head back to center too. Wrap it around the left knee, hug the knee into your chest, sit up nice and tall. This time, keep your body facing forward and just drop your right ear to your right shoulder. All on the side of the neck. And you can kind of turn your head down even. It's always nice to explore. I'm here to give you options, a little bit of guidance, but really, truly, it's your body. Always listening, honoring what it needs. And take one more breath in. Let it go. Take your hand to the side of your head. Help press it back up to center. And then go ahead and unwind your legs. Laying down on your mat, we'll take a short Shavasana, but you may stay as long as you'd like. Let your legs relax. Let your arms come out to the sides. If you have any props, grab your props. You might roll a blanket underneath your neck, just filling that space beneath your neck. Let your eyes close. Feel your shoulder blades melt into the support of your mat. Notice if there's still tension. Notice if you're activating or gripping the muscles around your neck without even realizing it. See if you can take a deep breath in and soften any areas of tension. Softening the skin around your eyes, your cheeks, relax your jaw. Let the arms be heavy. Fingers and hands staying relaxed. Curling in towards the palm, maybe. Breath continuing to soften. As you move from a more active state to passive, completely relaxed, no effort at all. Notice if that can translate into your mind or if your mind is starting to swirl again. And if it is, just see if you can bring your attention back to your breath. Maybe breathing in for a count of 4 to 6. Exhaling anywhere from 6 to 8 or longer. Seeing if you can exhale just a little bit longer than your inhale. Creating a more calming effect with your breath. Either choose to stay here a little longer or begin to deepen your breath. Move your fingers, move your toes. Rock your head a little side to side. And then start to make your way into a seat. Use your arms for support. Find a comfortable seat on your mat. Bring your hands into your lap. Sitting up nice and tall. Take a breath in of gratitude, of appreciation, being thankful for your time on the mat. Hands can remain in your lap, or maybe you bring your palms together in heart center, Anjali Mudra. Thank you all for sharing your practice. Thank you for sharing your presence, and most importantly, giving me the honor to guide you today. Have a beautiful day, my friends.